Hey guys, it's your girl Ashy.
All her fucking fingers got fucking... It's horrible. It's disgusting. Alright, let's go up a floor, I guess. Don't really know where I'm supposed to be going now. That makes sense. That makes sense. You toss holy water on the spirits. Damn it all. It's not like they'll be letting us through too easily. Shame these aren't real flames and we could just douse them with water. How about we try using that holy water on them? It's recommended by a spiritual medium after all. So hot. Burns like acid. Damn you all. We're still alive. Isn't that enough? May death soon come to you too. With this, one of the red spirit flames threw directly at me in what was clearly meant as a hostile action. Suzumoto, watch out! Oh fuck, did it hit me? Kishinuma quickly leaped in front of me, hands out, taking the full brunt of the spirit's attack in my place. Then all three flames simply disappeared. Kishinuma! Jeez, take it easy, I'm fine. Just burned my hand a little, that's all. So sorry, I should have been paying close attention. I've got some stick-on bandages in my bag somewhere. Let's see. What? Oh, nothing. Here you go. Please, allow me. Show me where you got burned. Thanks a bunch. Suzumoto, seriously, what's wrong? Well, I seem to have lost my student ID. I probably dropped it when I was climbing down into that hole. Isn't that it in your hand? No, this belongs to the deceased girl in the school entranceway. I picked it up earlier. I held the student ID so Kishinuma could get a better look at it, and it's clear from its design alone, after all, that it wasn't a Kisaragi ID. Probably should have just left it there, but, well, I was all alone and scared. I thought maybe I'd learn something useful from it, you know? No, I think that's perfectly reasonable. We've got to do whatever it takes to reunite with everyone and get the hell out of this school. Do you mind if I take a look at it? Sure. I don't think you'll find anything too helpful in it, though. Some kind of doodle on this page. It's a box. I wonder what that means. The memo page Kishinuma opened to was ringed with bloody, sticky fingerprints, and centered among them was a rough sketch of a box drawn in ballpoint pen, along with numerous lines of text written in rough, shaky letters. It was that woman, wasn't it? They seem to have been written in excessive amount of force, resulting in countless black splodges and small tears in the paper. I think Ayaka is going to kill Ao. I need to hide her. Ao is mine and mine alone. She must be protected. If I hide it in that box, no one will ever find it. Ao, I love you so much. These words are written over and over again, with the ink getting blotchy and more haphazard each time. Doesn't the box in this picture look an awful lot like this one? I mean, I know we found it pretty far from the entranceway, but still. You're right, it really does. Isn't this a keyhole? Oh hey, you're right. I wonder if maybe the key I found will fit the lock. Kishinuma and Nana were both watching me expectantly as I produced the rusty key from my bag. I inserted it into the lock. It fit. Crossing my fingers, I began turning. And met with no resistance at all. It was the right key. The lid popped up and nostalgic music started to play. It's a music box. I had no idea. I think I've heard this song before too. Oh, I miss you so, more than you can know. Tell me where, oh where did you go? Okay. This is so not the time or place for karaoke. Sorry. Kishinuma took the music box from my hands with a sort of derisive smile on his face. So something's inside of this thing then, right? No good. It's too tight a squeeze. My fingers won't fit. By turning it upside down and shaking it. Oh, something came out, but it's another key, huh? Who hides a key behind a lock? But this means we can probably open some door now that we previously couldn't. I placed the key in my pocket for safekeeping. and tried in vain to remind myself that I shouldn't get my hopes up. But in truth, I was downright thrilled. We were making actual progress. Okay, let's go up here. Maybe the reference room? If I was to guess. I don't know though. Got a good feeling about this. Let's try that music box key. The key turned easily in the lock and the door came right open. Oh dear. Please don't kill me. Oh, there she is. There was a dead body propped against the inside of it. As the door slid open, it spilled out into the hallway. Kishinuma completely ignored this, however, stepping over it and darting into the room as fast as his legs would carry.
Shinozaki!
Shinozaki! Within the pale darkness of the room, a figure stood in front of one of the shelves, completely engrossed in some ancient-looking tomb. It was Shinozaki. The floor around her was piled high with books she seemingly read and discarded. Strange. Coming from a bibliophile who usually won't even crease a spine. The curve on the other side causes a turnover on the 9-ball joints to look like a fish in the hourglass geoglyph with a white shoe instead of a needle.
Shinozaki,
get a hold of yourself! No talking! This is a library! Honestly, what do you uncultured troglodytes hope to accomplish in here with your worthless gossip, huh? Jesus Christ. Shinozaki, that's enough. You can stop this now. This isn't you. You're in pain, right? Whatever loose soul is in control of Shinozaki, I'm calling you out. Get the hell out of her right this instant, you hear me? She's ours. I'm going to make this body mine. Not a chance. I'm much better at using her than both of you combined. Only when we're inside this person that our pain subsides. So please, when you let us have her, give her to us, please. What if we save you? We'll help you get out of the school alive. And in exchange... Shut up, you selfish bastards. Look, I sympathize with you, I really do. Dying in here must be like a never-ending nightmare. How does that give you the right to use Shinozaki like she's some kind of tool? She's a living being with a mind of her own. Oh yeah, sound of mind. We're in pain, we're in agony. We're cold and hungry and mad. But you're still blessed with life. Don't you understand? I don't give a shit about any of that. All I know is you can't have Shinozaki. I will never, ever let you take her. The hell is this ringing in my ears? Is it bugs? Is it bugs? From there, Ayumi took a sudden turn for the worse. Tossing aside the book she was reading, she began punching herself in the head with both hands. It's so quiet in here too, but just look what colours have been let in here now. Silver, huh? Green, maybe? Stop this, Shinozaki. Shinozaki. Ah, it was yellow. Shinozaki? Brother, is that you? You're late. I'm so hungry. It's been so very long since my last meal. Hina sealed me up in here, you see. I haven't eaten a single thing since then. Not a single bite. Nothing at all. Brother, you look so delicious, brother. Is it strange? Is it strange that I want to kill you? And... taste your succulent flesh? Cut it out, Shinozaki. I'm not your brother for starters. Oh god. Welcome home, brother. Miki, you're here again? You know, your selfless little sister just drops by to just make you dinner, and that's how you greet her? You've been eating your meals every day, brother? More or less, yeah. Some prepackaged convenience store food here. A school lunch there. Just as I feared then. You keep going like that and your health will deteriorate in no time. Well, you sit tight. I'm making you a fine meal right now. Whatever would you do without me? How's school going? I hear you've been hanging out with a boy named Machido and a girl named Shinozaki. What kind of people are they? Everything's gonna be okay. I know it. Dad'll come round one of these days. Just be patient, okay, brother? Stop it! Oh god, Shinozaki is biting Kishinuma's neck. I've got to stop her. Blood. Bitter, delicious blood. Kishinuma! The two of us made a mad dash towards Kishinuma, intending to pry Ayumi away from him through any means possible. But to my astonishment, he met our panicked gazes with a stern, let me handle this look, reinforcing the message by raising his hand in a stop motion. Shinozaki! Shinozaki! Wow, I didn't expect that. If the circumstances were different, this could be the start of a really heartwarming romantic scene. Kishinuma grabbed Shinozaki and hugged her tightly. Shinozaki, come back to me. Please. You want any of these people? You're Ayumi Shinozaki, damn it. So warm. Bit by bit, I could see the expression on Shinozaki's face change. Her crazy, possessed sneer gradually gave way to a blank, dazed countenance that then slowly, but surely, began sparking with life once more. Damn it, that was a good monologue and I fucked up. And though it was nearly imperceptible, I could swear I saw a smile start to form on her lips. Kishinuma? For a few long moments, Shinozaki stared into Kishinuma's eyes, then in an instant realization, her face turned beet red. I recalled the phrase, "oh crap," drifting through my head for a split second, and then... What the hell are you doing? Ow! What are you trying to pull here, pervert? Get away from me! Shinozaki! What is wrong with you? Shinozaki, you really had me worried back there. But well, I'm glad you're back. Shinozaki! Kishinuma, are you alright? Sumoto? What are you... Where am I? Shinozaki, what does one say in this situation? Welcome back, I guess? Huh? What? What's going on? You were possessed, love. Wow. I have to admit, this sounds really unlikely, even to me. Guess I've been under the influence of this building for a while, though. Yeah, and let me tell you, you were getting pretty violent there. How did you get in here anyway? This room's been locked ever since we showed up. I have no idea. But then, we own a building that can change its layout at will. I guess pretty much anything is a fair game in these closed spaces. It almost feels like this school takes pleasure in making the most unlikely events happen at random. I suppose when you're dealing with the supernatural, you're already dealing with something that's scientifically unlikely, so best not to rely on logic. You're starting to go over my head here. It almost sounds like I'm talking to your sister. Well then, let's put it this way. There's no way of knowing what's going to happen in this school. So listen carefully. We have exactly 3 objectives in here. First, we need to look into the reasons why this place is the way it is. Specifically, we need to find out more about the beings who control it. Then, we need to interact with those beings and try to dig up some means of getting out of here alive. And finally, once we've figured that out, we need to actually make it happen. That's pretty much it. Wow, you're in full class rep mode right now. Yep, she sure is. Aren't you forgetting the most important objective, Shinozaki? I think she is. Finding all of our friends, safe and sound. Oh, yeah, good point. That should be our first step, sure. Once we found Miss Yui, Machida, and the others, then we can work on the rest. Damn straight. Add Asagawa's friends to the mix and we'll be so many strong, nothing could stop us, right? Right. Let's not get too careless, though. None of this is going to be easy. There's only so much we can do in here. And that's not likely to change. For now, I suggest we investigate our surroundings as thoroughly as possible. Leave no stone unturned. And don't give up or give in, no matter what. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm scared to death right now. But I'm not going to let that stop me. Don't worry, we'll be behind you all the way. We can get through this together. At this, Kishinuma stood up and began scanning his eyes over the nearby shelves. Since we're here anyway, how about we start by checking clues? How about we start by checking for clues in this room? It is a reference room after all. Bound to be something worthwhile. Yeah, can we see where this body is? It's a girl's body, seemingly junior or senior high. It's mostly decomposed down to the skeleton at this point. There's a duffel bag on the side next to her with a tracksuit partially hanging out of it. And her student ID name tag is still clearly visible on her uniform. Mamijigawa High School, Ao Amano. Jesus. Nothing on this shelf seems particularly relevant. No? There are numerous scrapbooks on this shelf, each containing various newspaper and newsletter clippings. One in particular stands out. It's an old-school three-ringed binder? It's an old-school three-ringed binder filled with articles that are all over 30 years old. 1973. Serial kidnapping and murder at Heavenly House Elementary. That's here, right? There was an article about that in one of the classrooms too, I think. Dashing the hopes and prayers of their concerned parents, 3 of the kidnapped children returned home tonight in body bags. Local police gave an official statement at around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Yuki Kano, 11, Ryu Yoshizawa, 8, and Tokiko Tsuji, 7, previously reported missing, were found dead in a basement room beneath the school. The circumstances behind their murders are still under investigation, and a suspect with ties to the school's teaching staff is in questioning. First responders report a shocking, grisly murder scene and have expressed concerns of even allowing the families of the deceased to see their children. Significant mutilation is said to have occurred, and officials believe that the sight of this may exacerbate the already delicate mental states of the bereaved. The sole survivor of this unspeakable crime is 7-year-old Sachiko Shinozaki, who remains in shock from the experience. Her testimony may prove invaluable toward closing this case and putting this horror behind us, however, so police are anxious to question her. Meanwhile, other parents have already begun calling Heavenly Host's safety procedures into question. In the wake of this tragedy, members of the PTA have... There's a snippet of another page as well, which includes photographs of the 3 victims, as well as the lone survivor. These are the children I saw. Seen them too. Guess they were killed here. So now they cursed the place or something. It's so horrible to hear what happened to them. I've been looking at them as scary, evil spirits all this time. But really? They're just victims themselves. Be careful, Suzumoto. Compassion can be dangerous in a place like this. It's not unheard of for a spirit to lose its sense of humanity after dying. In other words, these kids aren't necessarily going to play nice with living beings anymore. What do you think happened to the murderer? Here we go. They talk about him in this one. Accused child murderer commits suicide. The 32-year-old former teacher, believed to have committed now infamous adolescent kidnappings and murders, was found dead early yesterday morning. After being deemed mentally unfit to take responsibility for his actions, he was placed in intensive psychiatric care but escaped 2 nights ago. The psychiatric ward commissioned a manhunt which culminated in the discovery of his hanged body in a room beneath Heavenly Host Elementary. Near the site of his shocking triple homicide, the cause of death was... damn it. Fuck. As this appears to be a show of remorse, previously thought beyond his mental capacity, his psychiatric ward has come under heavy fire since their discovery. Even the murderer killed himself, huh? Guess there's no happy end for anybody. But the families of the victims were probably glad to see him go. Well, and there's that one girl who was spared too. Isn't it kind of strange though? There's not one single comment from the survivor's family. Every article is full of commentary from friends and family of the deceased, but there's not a word to be found anywhere about the girl who was spared. I'd assume that was by request, to protect their privacy or something. Do newspapers really care about that though? Mass media is always about chasing scoops, no matter what it takes to get to them or who they have to bother. Dr. Tomokichi Fukurai's research records. Mesmer's magnetism. Correspondence with Anna Sprengel. Seraphita. Malus Maleficarum. Voynich manuscript. Records of psychic phenomena. Letters to and from magic societies. Classic mystery novels. Not your typical elementary school reading material. There are no serial numbers or library cards on anything on them though, so they're probably not the school's. That's true. Maybe these were brought in by other victims who got trapped here. Actually, it looks like there's a name stamp on most of these. Kibiki? Is that how you read those kanji? Wait, Kibiki? Wow, you're right. I recognize that name. You know, the paranormalist? The Housenoki? Kibiki is a mentor. He's a journalist. That means Mr. Kibiki is in here too, I guess. But why? Okay. Anything else in here? Nope. Are we leaving? Okay. I think we have to leave then. I wonder how much time has passed since we got here. I don't know if I can trust my cell phone clock in a place like this. That's a good point. If space is being changed around randomly, there's no reason to believe the same thing isn't happening to time. I trust my stomach though, and it's telling me that dinner time has already come and gone, and now is about when good boys and girls will go to bed. I have to admit, I am hungry. Maybe we should add finding food to your list, Shinozaki. But for now, I think it's about time we found a nice cozy spot to sit and rest for a while. I think I'd like that. I'm really, really tired. Not so tired that I'm worried about getting possessed or anything, but tired enough. My screen is so bloody, bro. Jesus Christ. And so, the four of us headed to the safest spot we could think of, settling in for a bit to help calm our spirits and refresh our bodies. Almost immediately, both Kishinuma and Shinozaki sat down, closed their eyes and fell fast asleep. Understandable, considering what they just experienced. Out like a light, both of them. They must be exhausted. Kishinuma went through a great deal of turmoil to save Ayumi after all. Aren't you tired too? I am, but I just can't bring myself to sleep. My mind keeps racing, wondering what Nari and the others are doing right now. I feel like I need to be ready to run out after them at any moment's notice. I know just where you're coming from. I get the same way when I think of Shig. I wish I could see his face right now, you know? Huh? Nana, what happened to your legs? I felt a chill in my stomach as soon as I saw them. They were the same bruise-like markings around Nana's slender thighs that I'd seen before, but they'd become much darker in colour. They looked pink originally, as if she just rubbed her skin up against something, but now they were deep, dark purple, the colour of grapes. Are you alright? Does it hurt? You mean the bruises? They've been there since before. Yeah, but they're darker now. Oh, you're right, what a weird colour. What's happening? Probably just changed colour over time from the blood rushing to the surface. I doubt it's anything to worry about. Sorry. I hope it doesn't leave a scar. Oh, it fucking will. True. You do have beautiful legs after all. Please. No, I don't. I'm jealous. You're so thin and gorgeous. If I were as tall as you, Shig and I would sure look a lot more natural together. Is he your boyfriend? Nothing quite like that. I guess you could say he's just a really important person to me. He always stands by me, accepts me for who I am, despite all my flaws, and supports me in whatever I choose to do. He sounds wonderful. Yeah, I'm not just saying this because we're in the same drama club, but like some kind of prince. So if you ask Kishinuma, he's an evil wizard. Kishinuma has a thing for Ayumi, doesn't he? Oh? Does that bother you? Are you taking an interest, perhaps? No, nothing like that. Sorry, I had to ask. Actually, Kishinuma's got it pretty rough. He's got a rival for Shinozaki's affections. Oh, but they look so cute together. They are a lot alike in many ways, particularly in their complete inability to be honest about how they feel. I'll bet it's a lot like you when you're with Murashigi, isn't it? Oh, come on, I already told you. It's not like that with us. Though, I guess I really don't know how to classify the way I feel. I mean, when I finally do see Shig, how should I react? What do I want him to do? Do I want him to pull me into his arms like Kishinuma did with Shinozaki? Or do I just want him to pat me on the head and tell me I did good? That's hilarious. I guess I won't really know until the time comes. If it comes. It'll come. Just like it did for Kishinuma and Ayumi. Thanks. I hope Machida is able to reunite with Yuka and Nakashima too. And Miss Yui and Shinohara. We'll all meet up and go back home and properly exchange the photo we took together after the cultural festival. I really want to see my friends too. Oh, I'm so sorry. Just been talking about myself all this time. I think... I want to go scout around for them real quick. Then I have to go to the bathroom anyway. God. Yourself? Isn't that dangerous? I'll only be gone for a moment. Oh no. Guess thinking about our friends got her all worked up. Probably just couldn't sit still any longer. Suzumoto? Ah, Kishinuma, you're awake? You go with her, just to be safe. Probably should. You stay here and keep an eye on Shinozaki. Thanks, I will. If anything happens, just yell real loud, okay? I'll smack Shinozaki towards you the wake and the two of us will come running. Okay. The hallways are pretty dark, so I think I'm gonna borrow one of her candles. Just be careful. Once you find Ogasawara, you two just come right back here, you got it? God. Oh God. Oh God. The bathroom felt empty. There was no indication of Nana's presence whatsoever. Maybe we passed one another without realizing it. Oh God. The sound that echoed through the hall was like that of a butcher slicing up a large chunk of meat, bone and all, and this sound was accompanied by the dimly lit figure of Nana sprawled out on the floor in front of me. Or rather, part of Nana. It was really just the top half of her body, severed cleanly at the thigh. Ah! Her legs were completely gone. And the worst part is she was still fully alert and aware. This grisly sight was too much for me to handle. I became weak in the knees and fell backwards, landing on my butt, and I couldn't move. God, this is so fucking horrible. Nana was bending and contorting her back, writhing on the ground as if struggling to escape the pain and fear. I wanted to help her, but I had no idea what I could do. Nothing had ever prepared me for a situation like this. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't even think. The sight of Nana's squirming body, gushing blood every which way, was burning itself into my mind. It was the most frightening thing I'd ever seen. This is why you don't travel alone! I could sense the presence of another person in the shadows just behind Nana's torso. Who was it? The darkness was all-encompassing past a certain point, given only the vaguest notion of a human silhouette with an inky black void. Who's there? It's the locker room. No, wait. No, it's not. Where is this? What's back there? That door should have led into the pool locker room, but the lighting, or lack of it, was completely wrong. There was also an indescribably foul odour wafting out from within, so powerful and revolting that I felt it could never leave my senses again. And whatever being was lurking in the shadows of that horrible room was getting closer to me, step by step. I still couldn't make out a single feature, but frankly I didn't want to. His existence alone was threatening enough. Whoever this was, I could sense his shadow posturing itself over Nana's head as if preparing to swallow it whole, like a crocodile. In fact, the shadow was beginning to resemble a crocodile more and more. Was this even a person? You sledgehammered her legs! Oh! The figure was now fully visible and it was indeed a person, I think. He grabbed Nana by the head, then turned and began dragging her into that horrid room. She was clearly nearing death. It took everything she had to scream in protest. Her voice was getting weaker and her writhing less pronounced. I couldn't even imagine how painful it must be to have one's severed body slowly dragging across the floor, exposed side down. It would be bad enough just having my head held in that massive, filthy grip, but no, grip isn't the right word. It was really more like a bite. Oh my god. I don't want to die. Don't kill me. These were the panicked, primal screams of a person's last moments on Earth. It's a sound no one should ever have to hear, much less produce. And once you hear it, it's the kind of thing you'll be hearing again for the rest of your life. Nothing can ever wipe it from your memory. It stays with you. I sat there dumbfounded, so disturbed that I could barely breathe. I watched the slow slither of Nana's body as she disappeared into the unknown. It only took a few seconds for her to vanish into blackness, but those were the longest few seconds of my life. And once she was gone, only a wide swath of blood remained, tracing her path down the hall and across that hellish threshold. No. To go and save her. Gathering all my courage, I ran at full speed towards the black void, but found no room to enter. Beyond the door was nothing more than a solid wall. What? No, where is she? Where was she taken? It was just as Shinozaki had said. Right before my eyes, a human being was pulled into a space that simply no longer existed. Pulled out of reality. And yet, I could still hear her. I can't even describe how frightened I was. All I could do was scream and take off running. Away from there. Anywhere else was preferable. Please don't do what I think you're about to do. Please don't do what I think you're about to do. Why am I going this way? Nana isn't this way. She's behind me. I need to go back. I need to save her. I need to save Nana. I'm just getting farther and farther away from her. No, I can't. I just can't. It's not possible. Sorry. I'm so sorry, Nana. I can do anything to save you. I say to Kishinuma and Shinozaki. We're just talking with her. Now look what's happened. Her legs were torn right off. Right along the lines of those bruises. Wait, the bruises? Nana was sliced up in the exact spots where she had those markings. I have markings like that on my stomach, but it doesn't mean anything, right? It's just a coincidence? What is wrong with me, worrying about myself at a time like this? But I can't help it. I opened my compact mirror and hesitantly brought it down to my abdomen, lifting my shirt and loosening my skirt a bit to get a better look. Oh god, no. Oh, I didn't have to look very hard. The colour of the bruise on my abdomen had darkened significantly and it was far more pronounced now, practically pulsating in purplish red. It looked more like a deep demented crest that had surfaced from deep inside my body. It's darker, more clearly outlined. It looks bigger now too. What is this? Why is it here? It's just a bruise, right? It won't go away on its own if I leave it be. I just kept telling myself that it would go away on its own. It was nothing, and I was starting to believe it. Feeling somewhat placated, I lifted the mirror up and prepared to shut it and put it away when I caught a quick glimpse of my face. I saw fear, I saw sadness, I saw defeat, but I also saw something else. Oh no. At first, I doubted my eyes, but I wasn't seeing things, nor was it a smudge on a mirror. It was another discolored bruise, just like the one on my abdomen. It was nowhere near as dark, but it was definitely there, and given enough time, it would probably get darker. Maybe it's just dirty. Maybe I just need to wipe it off. I tried spit shining it away with my finger, but all that did was make it wet. And each time I pressed down on it, the surrounding skin would turn white, creating darker contrast and making it stand out more. It wasn't going away. It wasn't going away. And if it just kept darkening, I might wind up like Nana. Oh, please. No. Torn apart at the seams.
Suzumoto,
what's wrong? Oh shit. Thought I heard you scream. No luck in finding Ogasawara? I don't like that at all. We'll help you search. Suzumoto? No, stay back! I took a step away from them, despite myself. Oh, what's going on? Please, just stay back. Nothing's going on, I swear. Something happened? Did you see something in your compact? It's nothing, I didn't see anything. I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I couldn't let them see me like that. I didn't want them to see that hideous bruise. Wait, Suzumoto! Suzumoto! Where is she running to? Where is she running to? Where is she running to? Wait, what's so bad about a bruise? Okay, so let me give you a rundown real quick. So the bruise, we were just with another girl called Nana. She had really dark bruises on her thighs. Kind of like a line, right? We just watched her get her legs severed. Over time, the bruise darkens, so I think the closer you get to your time of death, or how you're gonna die, the more the bruise darkens. Mayu had bruises on her stomach earlier, and after Nana got killed by her having her legs being severed, Mayu went to look at her stomach, and she saw that the bruise she had earlier had darkened, which means she's gonna get killed somewhere in the abdomen, but there's also a bruise forming on her face. Something's gonna happen to her face, something's gonna happen to her stomach, that's how she's gonna die. So she's freaking out, and she doesn't want her friends to find out, and she's currently running. And she better not run into the room I think she's gonna run into. I'm running again. But where? Where am I going? I have to get rid of this. If I can't, then I'll wind up like Nana. Where are you running to? She ran into the fucking infirmary!
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
She ran into the infirmary, no! I had some concealer in my makeup bag. Maybe I could hide it. There we go. Can't see it at all now. All I have to do is get some sleep. And when I wake up, that bruise will be long gone. I know it will. Yeah. I was just getting worked up over nothing. Just a little mark on my face, after all. Probably just the result of all the stress I've been feeling here. Once things calm down, it would go away for sure. Okay, can you leave now? I don't remember closing the door. Fuck's sake! She's gonna die in here. She's gonna die in here. She's gonna die in here. It wouldn't open. And it wasn't like that, it was locked. Rather, it felt almost as if someone were holding it closed with superhuman strength. It's exactly how Naomi got trapped. Oh my god. The door was wrapped in multiple times over thin black threads. How would I not notice this a moment ago? What the? Is this human hair? I looked at it a bit more closely and concluded without question that's exactly what it was. I felt an unpleasant heat radiating along my back muscles across my entire spine. I was being watched. There was some sort of moist, lukewarm presence in the room with me, and slowly but surely I could sense it moving. Who's there? Who's behind me? I was too scared to turn around. This room. Oh, it's Sachiko! It was a little girl wearing a red dress, probably a first or second grader. Her skin was as pale as pottery, contrasting with the lacquer-like hair, and she looked somehow familiar. Ah, this is the girl from the newspaper who survived the murders. Sachiko Shinozaki. But that can't be right. That happened over 30 years ago. This room is so lifeless. I know what it needs. A human autopsy model. I want to dissect a human. What? Oh God. Have you come to play with us again? No. Please. No. Oh God. Something was dripping onto the back of my hand. Are these tears? That's what I thought at first anyway. If I'd started to cry, I wasn't aware. But considering what I was going through, it wouldn't have been surprising in any way. I wondered how much I'd cried since getting sealed up in this godforsaken place. Probably more than I'd ever cried in my entire life. But these weren't tears, were they? Was it blood then? Did these children do something to me? Sure enough, I reached up and touched my face. My finger came in contact with something sticky. Something sticky and red. We didn't do anything. Chico's answer was cold and disinterested, and came accompanied with a crooked, wry smile. She was just a child, yet one glance from her made every hair on my body stand on end. How about you take a look in the mirror? We'll wait. Just for a little bit, though. Chico's face somehow made me feel as if there might be two sides to her. One gentle and one not. But regardless of which I was dealing with here, I wasn't about to go against her recommendation. I was legitimately curious myself. Has she got no eye left? I took out my compact, opened it, and... Oh, there's a cut there. Why? No! No, please! The bruise I'd concealed with makeup had sprung back to the surface once again, though it could hardly be called a bruise anymore. My skin had literally split open from the inside, and blood was beginning to seep out through the pink fissure, bead by bead. Oh God. It can't be happening! It can't be, no! It's happening. That's all you. You couldn't fault it. You might have been able to die quickly, but you're going to die. You're going to be torn open along those cracks on your belly. Oh God, the bruise along my stomach and abdomen had followed suit, splitting open and dripping dark red blood everywhere. At this point, I completely lost any ability to think or reason. I was a goner and I knew it. What's worse than dying in an instant by getting smashed against a wall? Getting slowly, carefully torn apart. That's what. Oh my God. Let's play. Come on, let's play. Time to begin the autopsy, everyone. Yeah, I was a goner. I couldn't fight it. Somewhere deep in the pit of my soul, I knew there was no way out. This unimaginably cruel fate was predestined. I couldn't escape. Oh sure, I tried to run. I squirmed and resisted with every last bit of strength I had, but fate had me by the ankle, and it wasn't about to let go. If only I could force myself to lose consciousness. Maybe I could avoid the unbearable agony that I knew was coming, but sadly, I wasn't that strong-willed. Children all over my body, coming virtually every direction, and they were really digging. Shig? Your dear Shig won't be coming to your rescue. No chance. No hope. Oh, the sounds. I was seized with a pain unlike anything I'd ever even imagined possible before. I couldn't talk, couldn't move, couldn't even think. I felt like my head was going to explode under the pressure of millions of nerves, all telling my brain how much every part of my body hurt. And it didn't stop. Every moment it grew worse and worse. Then I began to drift away. What an awful stink! Let's decorate the wall! Or maybe the hallway outside with our new autopsy model! Oh, it sounds horrible. The school is getting livelier all the time! Satiko's voice sounded like it was far in the distance. It was then that I realized the agony I'd been feeling had changed. It was no longer pain, but chill. It didn't hurt anymore. I was just cold. So cold that I couldn't even feel my body. So cold. So very, very cold. Shig. Can't even move a finger anymore. Even if I'm dead, and even if my body is an unsightly mess, I hope you won't think poorly of me. 'Cause Shig, I love... My final wish is that Shig be the one to find my body. As long as it's not too revolting to look at anyway. I want him to think I'm pretty. What? I miss him. Shig, bro. Sorry. What was that dialogue? Ah. God, what a chapter. Do I have it in me for another one? No, I don't. I really don't. Oh, Jesus. Soulful testimonies unlocked in bonus menu. Oh, God. The price of nice. That achievement is vile. Oh, man. See, I don't know what I would prefer. No, I do know what I prefer. I would rather be splattered into the wall than be pulled open. Or... I can't. I don't get why she didn't... See, this is the thing. With those marks, you know you're gonna die anyway. Oh, no, don't do a cutscene. With those marks on your body, you know you're gonna die anyway. But I do wish she would have told, Yoshiki and Ayumi, because... I don't know, like, she didn't have to die alone. They could have just known what was gonna happen and been like, okay, you know, we'll combat this somehow. You can't just deal with things on your own all the time. It's not gonna work that way. What a chapter, though. It's doing another cutscene. No. Yeah, we'll save chapter 3 for another time. That was a lot. I'm kind of hungry now. Are you serious, bro? Really? She really ran away just to die alone? I get she was scared, but I wish she didn't run away. She just...